Deep within a forest lived a clever fox. His name was Finley. Finley was not just any ordinary fox. He was known far and wide for his intelligence and resourcefulness. The other animals in the forest often sought his advice and guidance. Finley was known for his cunning and quick wit. He had a sharp mind and could solve problems that baffled others. His reputation as a problem solver was unmatched. He knew the forest like the back of his paw. Every tree, every rock, and every hidden path was familiar to him. He could navigate the forest even in the darkest of nights. Every twist and turn held no secrets from him. He moved with grace and confidence, never hesitating, always sure of his steps. Finley was a master of disguise. He could hide in plain sight, blending seamlessly with his surroundings. This skill made him both a formidable hunter and a cautious prey. He could blend into the shadows with ease. His fur, a mix of reds and browns, provided the perfect camouflage against the forest floor and foliage. He could also mimic the sounds of other animals. This unique ability allowed him to communicate and sometimes deceive, ensuring his survival in the wild. This made him an excellent hunter. He could approach his prey without raising any suspicion, making his hunt swift and efficient. But Finley was not greedy. He understood the importance of balance in the forest ecosystem. He only took what he needed. He never overhunted, ensuring that there was always enough for everyone. He respected the balance of nature. Finley lived in harmony with the forest, understanding that every creature had its role to play in the grand tapestry of life. One morning, Finley woke to an unusual silence. The forest was strangely still. The birds weren't singing their cheerful songs. The wind rustled the leaves only faintly. The air felt heavy and quiet. Finley felt a prickle of unease. Something was not right. He decided to investigate. He followed a winding path through the trees. The path led to a clearing where the animals often gathered. As Finley approached the clearing, he saw a crowd of worried animals. Deer, rabbits, squirrels, and even a grumpy badger were huddled together. They looked distressed. Their faces were etched with worry. Finley's heart sank. He had noticed that the streams were running low. The plants were wilting, but he hadn't realized how serious it was. A terrible drought had gripped the land. The animals were running out of food and water. Section 4. The Fox's Plan. Finley listened intently as a deer explained the situation. The forest had been suffering from a severe drought for weeks, and the animals were growing desperate. The deer, with tears in its eyes, described how the once lush meadows had turned brown and lifeless. The deer's voice trembled with despair. It spoke of the young fawns and other creatures who were struggling to survive without water. The situation was dire, and hope was fading fast. They had searched everywhere for water, but to no avail. Every known source had dried up, leaving the forest inhabitants in a state of panic. The dry riverbeds and empty streams were a stark reminder of their plight. The drought had dried up all the rivers and streams. The once glistening waters that flowed through the forest were now just memories. The cracked soil and parched landscape painted a grim picture. But Finley had an idea. He pondered deeply. Recalling his many adventures through the forest, there was one place that came to mind, a place that might just hold the solution to their problem. He remembered a hidden stream deep within the forest. It was a secluded spot, shielded by dense foliage and known only to him. This secret brook had always been a reliable source of water. It was a secret place known only to him. The untouched stream flowed quietly, hidden from the rest of the world. It was a sanctuary, a place of tranquility and life. He had found it by accident during one of his adventures. While exploring the dense woods, he had stumbled upon this hidden gem. It was a discovery that now seemed like a blessing. He decided to lead the desperate animals to it. With determination in his heart, Finley gathered the forest creatures and set out on a journey. He knew that this hidden stream could be their salvation. Section 5. Hope returns. The animals followed Finley, their hope renewed. They trusted him, for he had always been a beacon of wisdom and courage in their community. His presence alone seemed to lift their spirits, filling them with a sense of purpose and direction. They knew of his cleverness and his kind heart. Finley had always been there for them, whether it was guiding them through tough times or sharing his knowledge of the forest's secrets. His gentle nature and sharp mind made him the perfect leader. Finley led them through a maze of trees and under fallen logs. The path was treacherous, filled with obstacles that tested their resolve. Yet, with Finley at the helm, they navigated the challenges with newfound confidence. Finally, they reached the hidden stream. It was a place of legend whispered about in tales passed down through generations. The sight of the clear, sparkling water filled them with awe and relief. The animals cheered with joy and relief. Their journey had been long and arduous, but the reward was worth every step. They celebrated, their voices echoing through the forest, a symphony of happiness and gratitude. The water sparkled in the sunlight, a beacon of hope and renewal. It was as if the forest itself was rejoicing with them, its beauty magnified by their joy. It was a welcome sight for their parched throats. The animals approached the stream cautiously at first, then eagerly drinking deeply of the life-giving water. The animals drank their fill, their thirst quenched, and their spirits lifted. The water was cool and refreshing, a stark contrast to the dry, harsh conditions they had endured. They thanked Finley for his quick thinking and bravery. Without him, they might never have found the hidden stream. His leadership had saved them, and they expressed their gratitude with heartfelt words and gestures. They realized that even the smallest creature could make a difference. Finley's actions had shown them that courage and wisdom were not bound by size or strength. The forest slowly began to recover. The once barren land started to show signs of life, with new shoots and leaves emerging from the soil. The rains returned, quenching the thirsty land. The forest drank deeply, its roots soaking up the much-needed moisture. The plants sprang back to life, their vibrant green hues a testament to the forest's resilience. The air was filled with the fresh scent of new growth. The animals thrived once more. The forest was alive with activity, a bustling haven of life and energy. And Finley the fox, he remained a hero, his tale passed down through generations of forest creatures. His legacy was one of bravery, wisdom, and kindness, a story that would inspire many for years to come.